Hi everyone, from me, Brent Graham, and welcome to this betting preview for the Sharks, the British and Irish Lions Part 2. Let's call it the Sharks Revenge, taking place at 6 o'clock South African time later today. Just starting off with a quick look at the good for the game preview here. Look at some of the key factors. The game is off at 6 o'clock. It's taking place at Loftus in Pretoria. Conditions should be good. I can tell you I'm here in Johannesburg. Not a cloud in the sky at the moment, and very, very still as far as wind goes. Having a look at the ref, we got Wayne Barnes, we got assistant referees Paper and Jacobs, and Stuart Berry, the TMO. Well, gee, I wasn't too impressed with him in midweek with some of his actions, so let's hope he doesn't get overly involved. Let's quickly go down to the team selections here. We've got the Sharks team. They're a very different team to the one that did battle on Wednesday night. It was so badly beaten by the Lions. I was a bit surprised. I didn't realize that they had their full squad up here in Johannesburg. So, if anything, I think this team's a little bit stronger. You know, I wasn't very impressed at all with Bosch at fly half the other day. Lionel Cronje, he's hopefully going to get the backline going a little bit better. And overall, I'd probably give the Sharks team a slight edge. Either way, they're certainly going to go battle against the Lions side. Looking at the Lions side, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hear people saying they're putting out a strong team. The reality is that this Lions team have got so much depth. They're going to be putting out a strong team every time they name their side. So looking forward to that. And yeah, we're going to have a guy like Finn Russell coming on in the second half when things get loose. So I think once again, we'll probably see plenty of tries. Just a reminder that you can log on to goodforthegame.co.za for betting previews on all major rugby matches and other sporting events. Right, let's have a look at the betting. And I'm going to be focusing on a sporting bet here. And if you are new to Sporting Bet, please support us if you are going to open an account by using the link in the description box below. And I must say they're a bookmaker that I hadn't used in a while, but I've started using them more and more because they've improved their rugby offering quite a bit. We'll get into it now, but let's start off with the handicap here. The Sharks are plus 43.5 at 8 to 10. The British and Irish Lions minus 43.5. Now, quite a lot of betting movement in the handicap in this game. It opened at 40, went into 36 after the Sharks team was named, and has generally drifted out now to around the 42, 43 point mark. If pushed for a bet there, I think I would say that the Sharks can beat this handicap. I've also got the first half handicap there at 19.5. And I don't know if there's anything else. We'll scroll down. Nothing else on the handicap section. But let's go to the totals, which is where I like to spend the majority of my time. First half total points, 32.5. So if you've got overs there, obviously you need 33 points in total. I do think we'll get points today, but the lines are pretty high. Over 66.5 points totals. You know, it just takes a quiet 10 minutes here or there, and suddenly if you're on overs, you're chasing. In fact, the tries are where I'd like to look, and I haven't looked at all of these lines yet. How many tries will Team 1 score? Over 1.5. That, of course, is the Sharks. That's at 12 to 10. Well, actually, I do like that. In fact, I kind of wish I'd taken that almost before the other bet that I'm going to show you now, and that is how many points will Team 1 score, which is the Sharks, over 10.5 at even money. Now, I sent out our newsletter this morning, and you scrolling down below, you can see if you can get onto that by clicking the link underneath in the description box. But I actually went Sharks over 12.5 points, and at that stage, Sporting Bet weren't priced up. So a bit disappointed to have missed that initially, but the good news is I've pumped some more money into it, I can tell you that. So I'm quite heavily on the over 10.5. I also like the over 1.5 that they scored 2 tries, because last week they didn't go, or in midweek they didn't go for the posts at all. But I am hoping that Cronje will line up a few at the sticks early. But that over 1.5 tries for the Sharks at 12 to 10, it might actually be a better option than the even money over 10.5. It's all really going to come down to whether the Sharks actually do take a kick for posts or not. But let's have a look at the Lions one. Lions have been very good to me. I got over 6.5 against the Golden Lions or the Sigma Lions last weekend. Then over 5.5 tries I nailed in midweek. This is over 8.5, so we are starting to get to quite a high line here. And in fact, the under 8.5 is the favorite here at 4 to 6. So as I said, conditions are going to be perfect. I am going with a big bet here. I'm going 6 units, the Sharks, over 10.5 points at even money. The other option, no doubt, is the over 1.5 tries at 12 to 10. I wouldn't talk you out of either of those. Probably going to be a nervous wait. I'm hoping, in fact, that the Lions stop. Well, I'm hoping that the Sharks get an early penalty and then the Lions pull clear and the Sharks can get a couple of consolation tries. I do think this is a slightly better Sharks side. Thanks very much, everyone. As I said, a link to open a Sporting Bet account down below. We would appreciate the support. And look out for more rugby previews as we get into this British and Irish Lions series. If you are newer to our channel, subscribe and make sure you don't miss our live Thursday night show, the Handicap Rugby Chat That Matters.